everyone, I'm Della. Today I'm so excited to bring this lesson to you. Today's lesson is about conditional sentence in English. But before we talk about conditional sentences, first, take a look at these sentences. If I get the money, I am rich. If I get the money, I will be rich. If I got the money, I would be rich. If I had gotten the money, I would have been rich. Okay, so these are conditional sentences. It looks similar, right? Okay, but what does make them similar? First, they all use two clauses. 2. There are two parts of each sentence separated by a comma. 3. They all use the conjunction if. In all conditional sentence, we have an if clause and a result or main clause. So, the if clause is the event or the situation that must happen in order for the other thing to happen. So, the result can only happen if the if clause occurs, and that is why it's called a conditional sentence. For example, if it's rain, John will stay at home. If it's rain is the if clause. John will stay at home is the main clause or the result clause. So, in order for John to stay at home, the event rain need to happen. Okay, now we have talked about what makes them similar. Now, what does make it different? Okay, take a look at the verb. This is what makes it different between these conditional sentences. Okay, so let's get started with the first type of conditional sentence, zero conditional. The zero conditional is called the factual conditional. We use the zero conditional to talk about habits, facts, truths. For example, if the winter comes, it is cold. And it's one of the easiest to remember because both of clauses are the present simple tense. We have the if clause with the present simple and the main clause or the result clause with the simple present too. So, if this happened, then this is what happened. Okay, now let's practice this zero conditional. If I study, remember, present simple, present simple. Okay, next we have the first conditional, which we use to talk about possible and likely future outcomes. For example, if I get the money, I will be rich. So, it's possible that in the future I'll get the money, and if that occurs, I will probably rich. In the first conditional, we use if with the present simple and will with verb infinitive or verb 1. Okay, now let's practice this type by finishing this sentence. If it's rain tomorrow. Okay, next. Second conditional. We use it when we want to imagine that the present situation is different. For example, if John got the money, John would be rich. So, if John got the money, John would be rich. This is a hypothetical situation, right? It's not real. Does John look like he got the money? No, he is not. John is imagining that the present situation is different for some reason. He is imagining that he is rich. It's an unreal situation for John. Okay, to use this type in English, we use if with the past simple and then would and then the verb infinitive or verb 1 in the result or main clause. Okay, so now let's practice this type by finishing this sentence. If I had the money. Good. Okay, next. The last type, the third conditional. The third conditional is the past unreal condition. For example, if Karen had gotten the money, Karen would have been rich. We use this type to imagine a different past, and we use if with the past perfect and would have with the past participle or verb 3. Just to be clear, the if clause did not actually happen. But Karen is imagining the result if the past was different. So, in this situation, was Karen really rich? It is not about what actually happened. It is about what could happen in the past but didn't, and what it would have done if that had happened. To make it simple, have you regret something in the past? Something that happened in the past and you wish that the result was different? For example, if we studied harder, we would have passed the test. Okay, now let's practice this type by finishing this sentence. If I had listened to my mom, good. You guys done? Alright, don't forget to comment what we have practiced before. Now, let's summarize this lesson by looking at this table. Number 1, zero conditional. Use if plus present simple and present simple. 2, first conditional. Use if plus present simple and will plus infinitive or verb 1. 3, second conditional. Use if plus past simple and would plus infinitive or verb 1. The last one, or third conditional, use if plus past perfect and would plus past participle or verb 3. To understand better about conditional sentence, let's finish this lesson by answering this question. Number 1. If we burn paper, it ash. Number 2. If it, I will stay at home. Number 3. She will be happy if he, her chocolate. Number 4. If she, her mother, she would be very happy. Number 5. If you had remembered to invite me, I would attend your party. Okay, maybe that's all from me. If you have another question or if you want to write the answer, you can write it in the comment. See you!